Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever this video finds you. This is JJ coming at you from tradingsyndicate.org for the 7th of September. A little bit of analysis here so you can keep your head about you as this new month unfurls as we go into contract rollover in the next couple of weeks. We've got some really big ranges here, folks. The market has been taken over by the speculators in absence of investment money. This ES has become like a penny stock, and we really have to watch out for um, the ranges, and we have to watch our risk. So here are some things to help you manage and navigate the waters as we get into September here. So Thursday and Friday were one of the biggest pump and dumps that I have actually witnessed. The dollar volume of that was just grotesque. Speculators, we ran the market up and then just slammed it down and just distributed. And you can tell it was a complete inventory play because look at the day's low, it comes down right. The big short position in our market currently is underneath 64.28. That liquidation and the gap fill the very next day caught a lot of people short. They came in and started covering there, and we drove the market from the lows in that 64.50 area all the way up to 64.88 into the close. We've got a B-shaped profile, which is shaped like a letter B. Basically, what it did is we caught all of the two-day inventory from liquidating traders into wholesale hands. What we're going to look for is if we can take this that we bought on sale and go sell it here in the overnight. That's one scenario. Another scenario is just to keep going back and forth and let the market liquidate into that, and then, of course, try and do that. Now, if for some reason we just completely lose our buying, we need to look at Friday's low. Friday's low is an important low, as well as 64.28 if we break Friday's low. Just some levels for you to be aware of. 64.38 quarter also is going to be a bit interesting if we ever get down there. We're quite a ways above that right now. Remember, we are in uptrending markets, and when we break trend, it is only to correct inventory for a small amount of time before new highs. Remember that, okay? We still have not seen where the selling comes in and the selling comes in and the selling comes in. We haven't seen that yet, okay? So sellers are still getting premium for their goods, right? It's a market. Remember, it's a market. Okay, since it's a speculator's market, right? These are all the cowboys and cowgirls who are ex Goldman, ex Morgan Stanley, all the big prop traders who have their own outfits now. This is what they're doing. Okay, we've got a nice rotation here between 64.26 and 65.03. So you get some nice look below and fails, you get look above and fails, but we went to the middle of the zone and looked and came back up. So that gives us the question marks, right? What exactly is going to happen next? Here's what we do. If we hold 64.65 in the overnight and going into this week, if that level does not get taken out, right? What are you going to do? Right? You need sellers to compete to take a market lower. If you don't have people selling at lower prices, and why do people sell at lower prices? Because there's competition and there's not enough buyers. Right? It's not rocket science. Just think, allow yourself to think and use common sense. Relax, forget patterns and indicators. Think business, think commerce, right? So if you don't have to lower prices, why would you, right? So if we get a look back up over 65.03, be careful on the short side because there's not much inventory up here. Inventory is what holds price down. Otherwise, if we take out 65, we'll look for, of course, the Friday low, and your target will be 64.26. Okay, so what generally happens is we will go back and forth in this balance, break up to the outside, target is 66.56, to the downside, 62.72 three quarter, right? So that's what we're doing here. This is the balance or the cost basis. Okay, this is 2 times profit. This is 2 times discount, right? So we take this, we try and sell it at Saks Fifth Avenue. They don't want to buy it. We put it back in the truck. We ship it all the way back to the warehouse sale. It's not working. Put it on sale again. This is TK Maxx down here. The red zone is TJ Maxx, right? So you want to love those look below and fails. Boom, boom. It'll rotate all the way back to the top of the zone. So for you larger traders who've got some cabbage in your account and some, skill, you're buying position between 62.70 and maybe, 62.80, and you're selling it into this move up. The rotation is look below and fail, rotates back to the other side. Same with look above and fail, or fail to look above, rotates right back down to the bottom. Look below and fail, right back up to the top. It's beautiful, it's simple, it works on every time frame. We teach you how to do it on a 1 minute time frame. So boom, all you got to do now is learn how to do that trade, and that trade is scalable in time and size. All right, now we've looked at the larger term. Let's go look at the shorter term. There's the close at 64.88 three quarters. Here are your lower stops, right? These are basically half-hour bars. If anyone's wondering what these kooky letters are and everything, it's just a fancy half-hour candle chart. That's all it is. Market profile is just like is the Bentley of half-hour candle charts, right? The car that's got the massaging seats, the heated seats, the cooled seats, place to put your champagne. That's this chart. But you can just use a regular half-hour chart. It'll get you there, just you know, like a Ford Tempo. Do they still make those? Anyway, both will get you there. The top and the bottom of every half-hour candle is where you look at for stops. Okay. So the point of control, or where the inventory was priced, Friday is down here at 64.80. We closed above it. Okay. No sale at the end of the day. Prices closed higher. So let's see what happens. I've got, so those are your upper and lower targets, right? Which are your stops. And then also I did up this balance zone from the end of the day using the volume profile. Lots of people love using volume profile. So this is how you use it intelligently. There's your balance zone 71 to 84. There is your cost basis, right? So we had liquidating traders. There's where they got all stuck. There's where they got all stuck. When we took those two levels out, it all came dumping out on Friday. Now we got to take this, go sell it up here for profit, right? World's biggest used car lot, right? Sell it to them, buy it back, little armor all on the tires, put it back out on the lot. And this is rotation. These are the rotations of inventory. Okay, you buy cheap inventory, you sell it. People get tired of buying it, you put it on sale. You bring it back down to where you bought it. If you have to, you might have to discount it further, right? That's how business is. The chart is just a sales chart. So now the sales chart is telling us that that's the cost basis on our second round of commerce, right? So we closed above cost basis. Anyway, folks, if you want to learn how to trade with some common sense, right, and just plain old simple business skills, we'll teach you the reason behind the trade. We'll also teach you the reason when to get out of the trade. There's a business reason to be involved in these transactions. There's a reason. None of this is random, right? If you think this is random, I've got some ocean front property in Arizona to sell you. It's beautiful, right? Come see us at the trading syndicate. We will help you separate what's real and is what is needed to actually make money versus all the malarkey you see out there. Okay, don't get sucked in to spending money for expensive, DOMs and things like that, and where the size traders. Don't worry about all that. We'll teach you how to trade. Simple, old school, it works. Keeps your risk managed, and it also teaches you how to think and react like a proper business person, right? Come get profitable with us at the Trading Syndicate. Thank you very much. I'm JJ. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 7:30 UK time for our London Open. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Talk soon. Bye for now.